Hey guys, welcome back. Jawan, Simple Syrup, the Gay Guru. So right now, we've made it through quite a few sections. We've done the spirit path, the soul path, and now we're on to emotional conscious. Emotional consciousness is what I say how you treat the world. This is where the mother-father thing comes into play. Um, Under each are the three categories under this section. There's the emotional provider, there's the emotional nurturer, and a little phrase or a little name I came up with, which is the emotional nester. So each of these, I'm going to kind of do how I did each of my other sections and just kind of go through and describe each one separately, and then from there we'll catch up and put them all together. So basically, under the emotional conscious, the very first subcategory I made was the emotional provider. And I said this is more of like the teacher, the protector, the big picture person. Um, so basically, what I was saying was I discovered this energy while dating many exes and learning from how they viewed my role in the relationships. I coined the phrase Captain Save-A-Ho for obvious reasons. A phrase that best defines the type of man I am and who has taken in, taught, and tried to protect those whom I saw as lost, having a weak moment, or in need of guidance. As an emotional provider, your end goal is to teach. You have to teach what you have learned and from past mistakes and achievements. Your true purpose, which is a burning innate urge in you, is to aid those in emotional distress, no matter how heavy or deep the issue. Your brain is hardwired to carry others' burdens, even when you know doing so may hinder the person who is meant to live for and learn from that said moment. If you're an emotional provider, remember that it's okay to help carry another person's burden, but not to carry it alone. If you're the one who carries the emotional and physical burdens, you will get stronger and wiser, while the person who is meant to deal with the burden will get weaker, become immobilized, and learn nothing. As an emotional provider, the lessons you teach can be harsh, blunt, sweet, but remember that your intent in teaching others is meant only to cultivate their self-preservation and growth. Do not lose yourself while helping others. The most important thing I always tell people is I don't care if it's your cousin, your brother, your sister, your mama. You grown. After a certain point in life, you're an adult. You go out, you apply, and you get a job, and you get your own place, and you're doing it right. Okay, you run into some issues and you need some help. That's totally okay. Down with helping. But I'm not going to take care of your life. That's where anybody, anybody should remember that's self-preservation for yourself. Do not take care of someone's life if they're not, if again, they're not you. Don't do it. Just be a supporter. When it comes to relationships, same thing. This is one that gets people really, really lost. They feel like, oh, I want a man with a lot of money, okay, well that man worked hard for his money. So what you bringing to the table? Your good looks. I mean, if that's what you got going for yourself, great. But eventually, the point of all that is that it has to be a balance for the both of you. I'm definitely not putting down someone who makes more and they want somebody who's just young and cute. That's totally do you because it works for you. But if you know that you're one who likes to provide, but you also want support, then I would not suggest being in this type of situation where you're constantly carrying someone else's burden. So that's the emotional provider. That is, like I said, the teacher, the protector, the big picture person. Also, it could be seen as a father type too, I like to say, but this can also be a mother. So there's no real. That's why I didn't want to put a sex or a title on this one because again, this is just the type of way that you love. This can be anyone. So thanks again. We're going to go ahead and move along to the next video, but I did want to go ahead and just summarize some of that and how I felt about it and where I kind of got some of these ideas from. So I hope you guys are liking it so far, and thanks again. Keep following.